chance to say anything to Joe Rogan privately? I saw him come over to hug
I
you.
did, thank you. I did say a little something to Joe Rogan right before we got started.
What'd you say?
And you know, he came up to me, he was like, my bad. I was like, yeah, bro, man, you didn't have to do that. He was like, I didn't mean no disrespect. So it was all good, man. It was all love. I know Joe, he calls a lot of fights. I'm going to fight a lot of fights. So we squash our beef, per se. But I like Joe. He came up to me, he said something. He said he wanted to say something to me in private and said he didn't mean any disrespect by it. And I was like, well, you know, I got to talk a little smack. And at the end of it, I told him he does have some crazy fans, man. I was like, your Twitter following is nuts, boy. They were going to murder me out there. I didn't realize I started a riot, kind of. And he kind of laughed about it. So it was fun.
Star, yesterday, obviously, you missed weight. Can you explain kind of what happened in that situation?
A lot of people don't like to hear it, but we were doing good. The weight was coming off real smooth. I was sweating real good, and yeah, I'm a female. Every once a month we kind of have a problem. So it just kind of, the timing was bad, and I kind of had to make a decision for myself and with the team I had cutting with me on whether we wanted to try to push it anymore and risk getting sent to the hospital again, because I knew if I got sent to the hospital, the fight was off completely. So I kind of just had to make a few calls, and Roxanne thankfully was cool about it. Coughed up my 20%, and the fight was still on. So we got pretty close, but, you know, Commission had their eye on me pretty closely, and I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize the actual fight.
The fans booed you a little bit yesterday at weigh-ins and a little bit, and I saw you kind of making your do you mind that? It almost seems like you relish it a little bit. You're
sure.
kind of enjoying yourself.
Yeah, why not? I'm having a blast, yo. I just fought at Madison Square Garden. I had a tough fight. I'm all, you know, it was a wonderful fight against a wonderful opponent. My family got to come out. I had a lot of family who's never been able to watch me fight at all because of the travel. I had a blast. Yeah, a couple of people booed me, but a lot of people cheered me too. So at the end of the day, a lot more people know me than they did about 3 weeks ago. So I'm happy about it. I'm having fun.
Is it a case where it's almost like cheer or boo, at least you're paying attention, at least you know who I am now?
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of people know who I am. Thanks to Joe, a lot of people know who I am now. Thanks to me missing by a pound, a lot of people know who I am now. You know, it is what it is, yo. But, you know, what's most important to me, which, you know, I kind of do poke at fans. I kind of do yeah, go ahead, boo me. You know, I have a little relish in it. But what's most important to me is my close-knit circle. My coaches love me. My family loves me. My daughter loves me. So all of that was really important to me. And I've been blessed by God today, so we had a good time. But a couple people boo, yeah, why not? You're gonna tune in to watch me next time. I hate her. I hope she gets her head knocked in. But you gonna watch the fight. So it is what it is.
Sijara, any concerns that great win, but that because you missed weight a couple times now, UFC might not give you the title shot?
Oh yeah, that's a concern for sure. But it's been a crazy 3 weeks. It feels like the longest, shortest 3 weeks of my life, and I had to really, you know, block all it out. And of course you want to sit and think, oh, what's going to happen after this? But nothing happens after this if I don't win tonight. So I focused 1,000% on Roxanne tonight. And so what happens after tonight, we'll just have to see, because it's not entirely up to me. You know, I've got to talk to, you know, the UFC brass, and, you know, I worked really closely with the PI, and they did a fantastic job reshaping my body over the last 9 months. So we just got to see what's going to happen.
Is there any chance that bantamweight could be in the future for you at some point?
I'm sure at some point. You know, to be perfectly honest, I was a bantamweight before the Tough 26 was announced, and I was like, I can get 10 more pounds off. It's gonna suck, but I can do it. And flyweight's always been a tough cut for me. But my ultimate goal has always been to be UFC champion. That's what it's been. And before there was a flyweight division, I always imagined I was gonna be bantamweight champion. So then the flyweight division came in. I thought through the Ultimate Fighter that would be the quickest route to the belt. I've hit a couple of bumps, so I don't think bantamweight is an option for sure. Absolutely.
Talking about the fight, how did you feel the fight went today? You controlled it a lot of times on the ground, but you kind of got stuck in the full guard and the half guard. So, any thoughts on the fight itself?
Oh, I thought the fight went fantastically well. I know Roxanne's tough, man. She's like a freaking zombie, boy. You gotta freaking do that. I hit her with everything I got. She just kept coming. When I took her down in the first round, I knew she was active, and it kind of concerned me in the back of my head, like, you know, I hope this isn't giving a round away, because I did feel like I dominated the round and I wasn't able to really open up on my ground and pound like I wanted to. I think she reversed me at one point, so I just knew I really had to listen to my coaches and stay diligent, stick to the game plan, just keep piecing her up. In the third, you know, we all kind of was like, let's keep it on feet and really pull away here. And then if it goes to the ground, it goes to the ground, because she was really good defensively off of her back.
And know her that her striking is a little bit awkward. How did you feel the second time around seeing her in the stand-up? Did you already feel that you had the advantage coming in in the stand-up?
Yeah, I felt like I had an advantage on the stand-up. I think her stand-up is awkward enough. It tricks a lot of people. And I wasn't going to let her trick me the first time. I'm going to let her trick me the second time. Just because it's awkward doesn't mean a punch is a punch. You get punched in the face. So no matter how goofy you look, it's going to score. So I knew she had an awkward style. She pressed a little bit more in this fight than I think the last one. But I was really confident in my hands. I've been really confident in my striking since I've been in New Jersey. So in my grappling. Like I said, I didn't get to open up as much as I wanted to on the ground today, but I felt like I really opened up on the feet and kind of displayed what I could do.
You were talking about the last few weeks and how there were a lot of moving parts to what your fight was going to be. Did you find any extra impact in how that went in training?
I'm sorry, one more time?
All right, so you had you were talking about the last few weeks, and there were a lot of moving parts leading up to tonight. Did you find that had any impact on your training in camp?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was a short camp, really. Like, I thought I was fighting Valentina in 5 weeks, and then, before you know it, that was off, and then we got another fight. It was really only like 2.5, 3 weeks of actual training. So, the ups and downs, it's tough. You just kind of got to go through it. I've got a good coaching staff, and they kind of don't let me get too distracted. At the end of the day, when you step foot into training, you just got to focus on training. It's hard to think about anything else when you've got guys like Mark Henry and Jamal Patterson, Ricardo Almeida pushing you and making you work hard and doing things like that. So the only thing that really affected the training was really outside of training, making sure I wasn't on Twitter too much, making sure I wasn't too distracted. That was kind of tough. But when it comes to being on the mats, that's why I started training in the first place, is because once I'm on the mats, like, nothing else matters. I'm just in my zone, man, having a good time. So we just wanted to push as much cardio as we could in 3 weeks' notice and put on a show.
What are your Twitter mentions looking like right about now?
Boy, I stayed off of social media like the last 48 hours. Especially, that's my coach, except for the shrugging tweet. That was when I got my phone taken away. They were like, give me this. I was like, rah. I think I flipped a couple of birds to Ben Askren and Jessica I too, right before. They were like, give me this. Stay off your phone. No, I haven't been on them. Last time I checked my social media before the fight, I get a lot of love on my DMs. I guess people don't like to say out loud that they like me. They're like, psh, you're awesome. Like, but my comments are like, screw you, F you, you suck. I'm like, your dad sucks. But no, it's like, yeah, social media. Whatever. I have fun, whatever.
You have a pretty good attitude about all this stuff.
Yeah, you kind of have to, because at the end of the day, like, it doesn't, like social media is like, to me, it's almost like my fiance, my girl, she hates it. She's like, I don't want to see it. I'm gonna clap back at everybody. She's like, that is so mean. She hates it. But to me, it's almost like, I hate to put it so morbidly, but it's like, you're stuck in traffic and you finally see the car accident and you're like, wow, what the hell is that? And everyone slows down. But like, of course, like, ew, and you feel bad because you're stopping. But it's like, that's what it is. Like, I'm on Twitter, like, you people are so fucking weird. Like, this is so weird to me. And then I clap back, and then they get angrier. I was like, this is so weird. So I have fun with it. I don't know. What else do I do? Do I really get mad? Do I sit up at night and fume? No, I don't have time for that. I'm going to bed. Got better things.
Are you going to head up to Toronto to watch Joanna and Valentina? And what are you doing tonight after the fight?
Oh, tonight we're going to turn up and have a good time. Man, I got cousins I haven't seen in like 5 or 6 years coming down. I was born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, right up in 91. And I got cousins I have not seen in so long. My mom came out tonight. My mom has never seen me fight. The last time my mom came out to something, I was like a blue belt at a jiu-jitsu tournament. And she was like, oh, my God. She was losing her. I can't wait to go see her. Hopefully she hasn't passed out somewhere. So now I'm just going to have a good time. It's New York City. I get to relax a little bit, and I do hope to get up to Toronto. We gotta do some talking and see what's gonna happen. But I checked plane tickets; they're not that bad. I might find myself in Toronto. Hopefully, they'll give me an appearance. I hope so. I would like to watch that fight front row.
You think you deserve the title shot?
I did say that quite a bit before the fight, but that pound point two might change things a little bit. I gotta be honest. I know how the game is. When you miss weight, it sometimes bumps down that deserve, whether or not you're next in line factor. So we'll see.